Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee, Danny Green, Big Game, James Worthy, Trudell, and Allie down at Crypto. Lakers with a hard-fought win over the healthy, young, athletic Pelicans. They head to Denver on a 3-game winning streak. Couple of keys here, guys. Lakers had 20 turnovers through 3 quarters. They did not turn the ball over in the fourth until the end when they just gave the ball back to the Pels and let that shot clock wind down. They were down 7. Big game with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter after 7-0 New Orleans run. The Lakers responded, turned up the defense, hit some big-time shots, won on a 24-7 run to close.
Had to earn it because New Orleans came in here young. They were ready to play, and you know they were close most of the game and took the lead. But the Lakers, you know, they managed to defend well. Austin Reeves finally got a shot in. I think that helped. You know, helped them get some confidence in the end, and the 29 assists. Again, you know, the ball was moving pretty good, so it wasn't an easy win, but they took care of business when they were supposed to. I think the blocks and steals they had down the stretch there, especially against Zion, they got their hands in there. They were active. Really helped them secure, you know, some good defense there in the fourth quarter in the clutch. So I give them credit. Marcus Smart. Good collective effort, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the energy shifted and changed when Jackson Hayes was in the game and he was guarding Zion. And, like, he had 2 key possessions where he stole the ball, stayed in front of him, took a charge or elbow to the face. That kind of turned the momentum because at one point it was not looking great for, you know, the Lakers. You know, the momentum was all in the Pelicans' hands most of that, you know, second half. And Zion was playing good, but they had some really good stops. They got some strips on Zion, got out and running, made some big shots. They showed some good defensive effort and did what they're supposed to do in crunch time minutes. And then, of course, Luka does what Luka does, made some big-time shots. But this was a good character win. One you didn't want it to come down to. You would like to have probably gotten some rest for some of those guys, but you know, Austin finally got it going, hopefully gets a rhythm, carried over to next game. And, you know, other guys kind of got some confidence defensively to make some big-time stops.
Fellas, remind me again, I made a late change for Take My Shot. Who did I take?
You went from DeAndre Ayton to
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, you did.
4 steals, 10 points, 7 in the fourth quarter, a couple threes.
Insight.
Marcus Smart speaking with Mike Trudell.
All right, Marcus Smart, you guys closed this game on a 24-7 run. What got into you on both ends of the court down the stretch?
Just trying to make plays. You know, my team needed me to make plays on both ends. They trusted me to make those plays, and I came through.
All right, so you had 7 stocks, 4 steals, 3 blocks. A lot of them came over helping in the middle of the lane. As you know, that train, Zion, trying to get to the rim. What are you looking for in that action? Just kind of trying to time the basketball and not get the foul?
Just see where he's putting the ball at. We all know how strong and athletic he is. And, you know, it's a freight train. So, you know, you got to pick your poison. You got to pick the time and spots. But, you know, we did a good job of not fouling and just making sure when he put the ball out in front of us, doing a good job of taking it.
You were able to transition several of those plays into offense on the other end. A couple of times you had a give-and-go exchange with LeBron. Another one that you paid off with a bucket yourself. How important is that to capitalize on the turnovers you create?
It's huge. You know, those are momentum swingers. And, you know, that's demoralizing to other teams, especially when, you know, you're on a run like that. You get a stop, you come down and score, and then you get back and ready to do it again. So it's big for us. It's key for us. It gets us going, and it gives us that energy we need.
All right, you also hit one of the bigger shots of the game, the corner 3. What did you see on that action?
You know, we just letting Luka do his thing. Been doing great all night, facilitating for us. And, you know, he read the help, got 2, made the pass, and I did the rest.
Last one for you. Tough back-to-back coming up. You head to Denver and then come back here to take on Indiana. What's the mindset going into those?
Same as it's been for us, you know, these last couple games. Continue to get better and continue to work on the things we need to work on and go out there and try to get us a win.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, guys.
Marcus Smart, the 7 stocks, big game in the second half coming through. You look at the balance against the Pelicans. Luka, LeBron combining for 48. Austin Reeves only had 2 at halftime. He ended up with 15. He also had 2 steals and 2 blocks. DeAndre Ayton, a solid all-around game with 13 and 8. And Marcus Smart, a plus 13, 10 points, 4 steals, 3 blocks. Good all-around game. The bench scored 24 points. They had 28 fast break points. They won the rebounding battle by 7. But, James, we talked about this formula that has been working for the Lakers with everyone involved. It's not just going to be Luka, LeBron, and AR every night. Everyone's going to have to chip in. You see right there, all 5 starters in double figures.
Yeah, double figures. Points are important, but I think what Marcus Smart did is just as important, or maybe more important, because he sets the tone for a game when they need it. Steals, get a bucket, deflections, blocks, all those things really ignite a team. And so, you know, I'm going to give him the MVP Paul tonight. But you see, when the ball is moving, Geeta, 29 assists, everyone's getting to touch it. Ayton, I thought, down the stretch, hit some big buckets in the paint when they needed it. And so being unpredictable when you can go to multiple players, it always makes it tough for the defense to guard.
And, James, I'm looking at the bench. Plus 16 Kennard, plus 16 Hayes, plus 10 Jake LaRavia.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke about Jackson Hayes, what he brought to the table, the energy. And Luka Doncic finally broke the seal with hitting that 1-3 ball. You know, things got chippy in this game. And all around, not just with the referees, they kept their cool down the stretch. They regained their poise. And I feel like New Orleans was the one that was kind of out of whack and not really controlling their emotions. I'm not saying they were getting technicals, but just trying to force the issue too much on the offense of the floor. And you said Lakers made good defensive stops, so you got to give them credit.
Ref was loving blowing that whistle for technicals.
Yeah,
he was
quick.
Getting paid per
It was
tech.
quick. It was quick
Tonight. Just kidding. Listen, Luka and LeBron, let's talk the stars, as the Lakers have won 3 straight. They combined for 48 points, 17 rebounds, and 14 assists, James. LeBron was fantastic. He was 8 of 12, 7 for 7 from 2. Luka, 10 of 22, the huge dagger 3 at the end. Also did a really nice job rebounding the basketball and the 7 assists. The Lakers just didn't shoot the ball great tonight, 47% from the field, but only 29% from 3, but found a way to get it done.
Yeah, and I think the way they got it done is they didn't try to force the issue too much on Luka to shoot every time, or LeBron. They got their shots within the concept of the game. That allowed everyone else to flourish too. But they led tonight by example, got on the break, get some shots, and so that's what you want from your 2 leaders. Did a good job. Yeah,
I mean, Austin didn't have it going early. Took him some time to get into it, so you got to find it elsewhere. And those guys kind of set the tone, led the charge. And even Smart, like he was just making the right play, the right passes. He found Bron multiple occasions on little lob passes or backdoor. Also getting the steals, being in the right place at the right time. Since this transition right here, that's a little momentum swing right there. And that comes with, like, you know, Marcus Smart making those plays of saving the ball out of bounds and getting the break started.
Danny, it wasn't that long ago we talked about this team had not been with their full rotation outside of only 3 games, and the big 3 had only played together a handful of times. Now we're seeing them get a little more time under their belt. You're seeing JJ figure out how to stagger and who to play alone and who to play the combo, and then they just look more comfortable as well together.
Yeah, in phases. I still need to see more of it. I feel like, you know, Austin is taking some time. And it may take a little bit more time, but you have a good stretch of games right now at the end of the season and some good tests coming up where you can kind of figure that out. And who should we play in the second group? You know, Bron has done some of that in that Sacramento game where he's gotten guys looks. Might need Austin in that second group more to get some more ball handling. I feel like he's off the ball a lot more than he's used to being, and you know, finding his rhythm and getting himself his own looks and getting his usage rate up. So, yeah, I mean, with game by game, that's what they say. You know, the more you drive the car, the more minutes on the road, the more comfortable you are behind the wheel. So the more they get a chance to play with each other and share the floor, the more comfortable they'll be. And I said, come playoff time, you're going to need that. So they're looking okay so far right now.
I agree with you 1,000%. They have to find a way to get Austin's numbers and his stats back the way they were before he got injured. Right now, it's a lot of, you know, guys handling the ball. I like your idea. You know, Rui's coming off the bench, I think, right now still. Is he not?
Yes, he is.
And so I don't, you know, Austin coming off the bench where he has complete control of the basketball in his hand like Luka does, I think he could be very effective, more productive. Not to say he's not when he's out there with those guys, but I think to get back to the effectiveness that he had, I wouldn't mind seeing him handle the ball 80-85% of the time when he's on the floor.
And he necessarily doesn't have to come off the bench. He could come out early, come back with that second unit, or just play more with that second unit, however you know JJ sees fit. But it'll help him regain his rhythm.
One thing about Austin, even when he's having one of those nights, he started 0 for 5 from 3, 0 for 7 from the field, 2 points at half. He ends up with 15, hits his last 2 threes, and he finds a way. Got to the line, as James was asking him to do in the pregame show. So good job for Austin staying in it. Time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.